Hello and what is going on, lovely people of the internet? It is Hootmoney here with another video for you guys today. Today we are going to be talking about Redbox Entertainment, or Rdbx stock, as it is the shiny object, up over 80% on the day, looking very strong. Guys, Redbox Entertainment has been a stock that has made amazing moves time and time again. So we ask ourselves the question this time: will Rdbx be flying to the absolute moon? I will be providing you guys an update and giving you guys my overall opinions on this stock and where we might see it go in the near future. So I kindly ask that you guys drop a like on the video if you guys do enjoy today's content, and also subscribe to the channel if y'all are new. Pay attention to that last part. Subscribe to the channel because I do have an amazing play that I will be making a video on right after this one. So stay tuned for that one. Also, if you guys wanted to join Hootmoney trade alerts and bag up with Hootmoney and other diligent short squeeze like-minded investors, you can do that using the first link down below. I'm gonna throw you guys some of the profit loss of our plays on in Hootmoney trade alerts as well. It's been absolutely incredible. We barely ever miss. We mostly trade short squeeze stocks. We used to trade a lot of options. We did really well with that as well, but more people can trade stocks than options. So I've just been focusing mainly on stocks, and it's made risk managing so easy. Basically every single play that we've played has gone green. So again, guys, Hootmoney trade alerts is that first link in the description down below. And we are doing a 15-day free trial of Hootmoney trade alerts as well. That is only going to be lasting throughout this week. So if you wanted to join Hootmoney trade alerts, there has never been a better time to join. 15-day free trial. Link is down below. I think you guys are going to enjoy your time there. But with that being said, let's get right into today's update. All right, so here we have Rdbx's weekly chart. The weekly chart is not necessarily the best because there's not really too much price action to work with. I mean, this thing only went public back here in October. It was a SPAC before. Can't really do price action. You can't do technical analysis on that. So weekly chart honestly does look good. The VWAP is pointing up here. We are using Market Cipher, which is an indicator. I also did a Market Cipher tutorial and Hootmoney trade alerts for that. But the VWAP is what you want to look for. So the VWAP is what predicts in Market Cipher. If it's pointing up, that is a good sign. So weekly chart is even pointing up there, which is a great sign. Moving into the daily chart, off of this move got a green dot as well, and it is on the oversold side. So there could be multiple days of moving back to the upside after this. The one thing to note is that there is red or green to red money flow, which is not necessarily the best thing, saying that this is turning into a downtrend. So based off of this, I do think that the movement to the upside is not going to be above where it hit last time. There's going to be a lot of people disappointed. I know a lot of people on Reddit are saying to 100 plus or more, but I think a lot of people are going to want to sell anywhere from $8 to $10 per share, given that this thing continues to run for multiple different days. Moving into the 4-hour chart right here, basically saying the same thing that the daily chart is saying, that it's just starting to run right now. There's not much information we can get from that. Hourly chart, we get a little bit more information. We're seeing that it's starting to stall out a little bit. We're also seeing a bounce right here off of a fib level, and then you can see that the VWAP is pointing down. So just like how the VWAP was pointing up on that weekly chart, now we have the VWAP pointing down, and that is the best. That's basically what predicts where this stock is going to be going. This yellow line, it basically points in the direction where it thinks that the stock is probably going to go. But even the hourly chart, I mean, we're not really getting too much information here. So let's just jump into like the 30-minute. No, let's just jump into the 5-minute chart just to show you guys what we're looking at. And this is the fib level. So we're seeing perfect action between the fib levels. We saw a nice bounce off of this lower fib level right here at 537 all the way up in a perfect perfect resistance off of 644, which was that next fib level up. Now we're getting some bearish divergence here as the price action has been moving up, yet the blue waves are moving down, which means that likely to consolidate intraday. So I wouldn't be surprised if it tests this fib level one more time down here. But that is something you guys can use to your advantage as well. If you're using Market Cipher, these times where there's bearish divergence, price action moving up, indicator moving down, usually a good sign to short. The one thing that I would be paying attention to is that the RSIs are pretty tight together, so it could end up remaining on this overbought side. However, again, definitely pay attention to that. I think consolidation is likely. Another thing I need to pay attention to, or I need to tell you guys about, is that on my trade idea scanner, Rdbx was one of the most explosive stocks that I've ever seen. So I have this scanner right here which tracks shorted stocks and their 5-minute change. And Rdbx, when it was on my scanner, I mean, it was up like 15%. I've never seen a shorted stock move that quickly. So Rdbx moves really quick, and that's the point that I'm trying to make here. If you're going to catch a move, you're going to catch it quickly, and you can make that profit really fast. Now that also means that you can lose it really fast. And there's one more thing I wanted to show you guys here. I didn't have it up here before, but there are different fib levels to work off of. So those red fib levels that we were looking at, those were from the original run to $11 per share, and the blue fib levels are from the second run right here to $18.23. If we actually zoom in on the chart, you can see that it's using the red fib levels as resistance. However, the fib level down here that it bounced off of and shown as a very strong support level, that is down there at 530. And if we actually scroll up a little bit, you can see that the next blue fib level is all the way at $8 per share. So there is going to be minor resistance points every time that it approaches a pink fib level. However, the big major fib level is still at $8 per share. Signaling that there's probably some upside left. I mean, from $6 to $8, that's probably an easy 25% return. It doesn't come without added risk. Again, there is some bearish divergence here. However, usually it trades from fib level to fib level, so I can definitely see it hitting $8 per share very shortly. All right, so moving into the Ortex data, we still have very juicy statistics, even though it is not as juicy as it once was. As you guys can see, it's now at 85% short interest, which is still an incredible amount of short interest. It is on the threshold list, and shorts are paying a cost to borrow average of 450%, 100% utilization, meaning that there's really not that much more room for shorts to come in on this stock. And I mean, you guys can tell on your own. I mean, this is set up pretty freaking amazing. The FTDs were through the roof over here. They were able to draw it down just a little bit right there, and short exempts are also on the very high side each and every single day. However, these have been coming down as well, which shows that there is an opportunity in the short squeeze department. The big thing with Rdbx, and this is always going to be the big thing, is the merger with Chicken Soup for the Soul, where they're just going to get basically pennies on the dollar for each share of Rdbx. And that means that long term, if you hold this thing long term, you are guaranteed to lose. And that's what I think a lot of people don't necessarily understand, because shorts, if you hold this long term, you're guaranteed to lose because the cost to borrow is just 500%. I mean, you're just going to get burned within only like 2 months of holding this thing, right? If it was a short position. But also as a long-term holder, right? You're also going to get burned because the merger is going to go through. You're going to get absolute pennies on the dollar for all of your shares. So Rdbx is a special situation where nearly every single person loses if you hold the thing. If you hold the stock, I mean, you're almost guaranteed to lose. So how do you make money off of it? I mean, you could potentially loan out your shares. I'm not saying to do that. That hurts the short squeeze, but that's how you can make some money on it, right? Put it on your position. The second way is to just speculate, right? It's up over 100% today. If you bought in within the last week at all, you're up on your position. You can sell out for a profit right now. Short term, you can make money on the long side, you can make money on the short side. It's just long term is where this is going to be struggling. And that's what happens with a lot of squeeze plays that are set up really, really well. There's always that one thing that is what makes it a bad play, right? And for Rdbx, it's that chicken soup for the soul. If it didn't have that merger in the first place, it wouldn't have that juicy of short interest statistics. So I always try to get people to ask the question, why? Why does it have such high short interest? And that is always going to aid you in playing these short squeeze stocks. Because if the short thesis just simply isn't there, that's when you can really get a very good long-lasting opportunity in a stock. And in this case for Rdbx, the short thesis, it's not really there because they're paying such a high cost to borrow, but it makes sense. If you short a stock at $6 per share, that's going to exchange for less than $1 per share. Yes, it makes sense. So the only thing that shorts have wrong here is that cost to borrow, and that's been the case for months. I mean, these shorts are definitely in the hole pretty big time. They're just not planning to close their positions because they know they can get it for less. They'd rather pay that cost to borrow. Here on Fintel's number 27 on the squeeze leaderboard, number 23 on the gamma squeeze leaderboard, even though retail is unable to buy options on it, 0 shares available to short right there, and they have the borrow rate down in the last 2 weeks to 341% cost to borrow. Short exempt volume still very, very high each and every single day. There's just a ton of short exempts, ton of failure to delivers on this stock. You can see the failure to delivers, how much they ramped up over here. Now, the thing with that is that since the stock has been in a downtrend, most likely they have been able to cover almost all of those failure to delivers. They might be doing that today, which could explain some of the higher volume today. But if they failed to deliver the stock when the stock was trading above $10 per share, they're definitely banking on that. So again, I wouldn't worry too much about the failure to delivers there. The free float has actually come down, so this could be why it is running today. The float came down from 5 million to 3.5 million shares. And that's also why short interest is up to 78% as of today. Now let's look at unusual whales. This is not something I want to spend too much time on. I just kind of wanted to show you guys this because I thought it was funny. And it's a bullish flow, right? Today's super bullish, right? We're 77.7% bullish on the flow. However, you're not really seeing any call options being bought because they turned off call options selling or buying, excuse me. So when you see the puts being sold, I just find it hilarious because these degenerates that still want to bet on the options market instead of just buying the stock and going long on the stock, they're just selling puts at this point, which I just find funny because, you know, they'd probably be buying calls, but the only way to make a bullish bet at this point is by selling puts. So that's why you're just seeing so much put activity on unusual whales. Anyways, my friends, that's about it for the video. I hope you guys have enjoyed. As always, drop a like on it if you guys did. Let's try to hit 200 likes on the video. Leave a comment if you're number 200. I want to know who you are. Also, if you guys wanted to check out Hootmoney Trade Alerts, we are doing that free trial. Come join the community. I promise you guys will enjoy your time. And if you don't, well, all you wasted was free 99. If you wanted to join Hootmoney Trade Alerts, again, first link in the description, first link in the pinned comment section. You can get your 2-week free trial of Hootmoney Trade Alerts. That's all I got, my friends. I hope you guys have enjoyed, but more importantly, I hope you guys learned something. I will be back later today with a very, very special, very important update video on a stock that I am very, very bullish on, and I want you guys to see that. So subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on that. And also, every single day, 9:15 a.m., 15 minutes before market open, we go live on this channel. So make sure you guys are there and say hi during the market open live streams. That's about it, my friends. I'll be seeing you guys next time.